All right, so here is the door and the door frame. Now, this door was custom made out of pallets, scrap wood, and it's solid oak. So it is very heavy and it's awkward to work with. It is a weird dimension. It's 30 inches wide, so it's pretty narrow for a door. But so that means I had to make the door frame customized for it, and so it was a little tricky, to be honest, because this whole building with all these bags and stuff is so amorphous that this was a little bit cockeyed. So I didn't really do it. I didn't do a great job. Let's put it that way. I think I could have done better. So next time I build, like obviously for the house, I would have that planned out a little better, but it's still going to be fine. It looks good. And what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to be tying this stucco and to the door to it kind of melts down into it. It'll all be the rust color that I had talked about in another video. So we're going with the Santa Fe look down here in the farm area, because this whole area down here is our farm area, and we wanted to do like a Santa Fe farm. So it's going to be really cool. I've still got to clean up all these rocks here, and just a lot of cleanup, a lot of just work that needs to be done still. So I don't know when this thing's ever going to be done. And I'm going to kind of zoom out here so you guys can see the stucco on it and just get a good look at this Earthbag structure and, you know, appreciate what I've done so far. So there it is. That's the first coat of stucco that I'm putting on right now. I've gotten some good work done on it. I don't have the back done. I still got about half left to do the first coat, but this first coat that goes on is a scratch coat, and then next I'm actually going to be putting on the actual iron oxide colored coat, which will look like that, only darker. So you can see over there. So in this little shed area over here is actually going to be for quail. I'm actually, once I'm done using this to store tools and odds and ends stuff, I'm actually going to turn this into a little shed for quail, and I'm going to raise some meat quail over here. So I'm looking forward to doing that eventually. And this will all be stuccoed and have windows in it and some doors and made out of steel. So I got some ideas for this. And so around the Earthbag structure, this thing here at the base, I'm going to be doing some stone masonry at the base here. So the stone will come up about a foot and a half all the way around here. So that'll look nice. The top here, I actually am going to be using ferro cement to make a circular and kind of like curved section over here. So it'll have this really cool look. So the water can actually just kind of flow down on that side. And I'm playing around with ferro cement because I'm going to be using a lot of that. I'm going to be using it for our house. So I really want to get good at that. So I'm going to be using that technique right here. And then we're going to be putting all the trim around the front and just making it look pretty. So that's that. And that's what we're up to out here. I've just been working on this non-stop. I'm by myself, as I've mentioned before, so I don't have a team out here helping me. So you can see the back here. It's just finally getting these bags covered. I will say this, these bags have been wonderful as far as not breaking down in the sun. They've been up for almost a year, and I've seen videos where people's bags have disintegrated. So I got these at sandbaggy.com. And it's, you know, I'm not sponsored by them obviously or anything like that, but that's where I got them. I did notice the price went up on them, and the only real reason to use these sandbags over, say, Hyper Adobe or, you know, the what's the other one, Cal Earth, is simply for the mobility. We initially would come out here once a week, and we were building as we went because we couldn't be out here full time because we still lived about an hour and a half away from here. And while we were getting things ready to move out here to go off grid, it was nice to be able to have, you know, I built a little bag station, and back by our house, we had a field, and we would just go back there and we would fill bags. So during the week when we were just doing, you know, the grind, it was nice for us to feel like we were getting things accomplished. So we filled a majority of the bags off site and would just transport them over here and tie them off and all that good stuff. So that's why I specifically went with these sandbags as opposed to doing the tubes. In the future, I would do the tubes, and that because there's really no advantage to using these over them other than the one I just mentioned. So that's that on that. And this vlog is going to be daily for a month. I'm just going to keep myself doing these daily, and I'm just going to talk about these types of things, the projects we're working on, and just I'll try to mix it up as best I can here and just throw a little information in there. Appreciate all the new subscribers, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.